Hi there. Welcome to today's show. Looney is my name. That's right.
Hello.
What's your name?
Lou.
Yeah, that's
Welland.
Lou Ellen.
Yeah, Lou.
I haven't used your full name in a long time.
No, you haven't, eh?
What are we doing for the
Food.
grade 11s?
I
Food,
told
guys.
Looney food and
Yeah,
she
I
told me
asked.
don't play games.
Lou, what are we doing? Food.
Now we are human nutrition, chemical and mechanical digestion. Yeah.
So that's the technical word for food.
No, it means we're going to break it down with chemicals and we're going to break it down a physical, like beating it up.
No, I can't.
It's too early in the night.
Yeah, it's too no. Grade 11s, I hope you guys can enjoy the show. Remember, guys, if you want to win yourself this awesome Casio calculator, all you need to do is complete the Taste Yourself questions. Stop it. The Taste Yourself competition questions. Thank you. And then you fill in all your details. You complete the questions. Press submit, but you have until Friday, so you can chill. You see, you can just watch us, have fun, and then after the show, you can enter the competition. Until Friday, the entries close at 12 in the afternoon, so you have all the time in the world. What's today? Wednesday. No, you still have time, guys. You still have time. How to get a hold of us? Facebook.com/LearnExtra, Twitter @LearnExtra, and then you can download all the show notes, the videos, and the schedules on learn.mindset.co.za. But I hope you guys will enjoy your lesson today with that one.
Hello. Of course they're going to until Friday.
Yes.
Please, man, give it a
Time.
couple of minutes after the show. My
Yes.
guys are clever.
Yes.
Definitely. Well, let's first have a look what we're doing today. Okay, we are going to do human nutrition. Right, it's got to come out. It's been a long day already, right? So we're going to have a look at chemical, which is, let me get some pens going here. We're going to have a look at chemical and mechanical. Chemical and mechanical. Now, do you know what that means? Looney, what does chemical mean? Come, try anything. What does chemical in your eyes mean?
Chemical.
Yeah.
I see explosions. I see like bubbles.
Yeah,
I
we use
see.
chemicals. Very nice.
Yeah.
And mechanical,
Fixing.
fixing like a car.
Yes.
A mechanic. So it's physical work. Hey, right. So it's physical, and it's with chemicals. That's very nice. The only way you can look at it, nice and easy. Right. Dude, I love how she smiles.
Yeah, man.
Makes my day. Okay, what we're gonna do today? We're gonna have a look. We're gonna study the structure of the human digestive system. Remember, that is where from when I put it in all the way to when it comes out. Right, that's the first thing. Then we're going to explain the process used in human digestive systems, how everything works together. Only how we get the food in. Right, then we're going to explain and compare. Okay, we're going to compare and explain two different things, mechanical and chemical. Nice and easy. Hey, Looney, you reckon it's easy today?
Yeah.
So if I keep Looney on a toast today, do you think she'll keep up? I reckon she can
No,
keep up.
don't say
Don't say. Of course I'm gonna say it. We love her when she joins in. Hey. Okay, let's have a look. Challenge question, because we like to form a challenge all the time. Okay, first thing, describe the role. Okay, now it's not that stuff that you buy, that you eat, and you put your sausage on for a hot dog. Not that roll, hey. What is a roll?
No, man, but that roll is like R-O-L-L.
Doesn't matter how you spell it. It's a roll.
roll is like you play a role.
She plays the role. Looney
Yes.
plays the role of keeping me together.
Yes, you
And
know when
I
they
play the
point,
role
like,
of driving her nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah? That's
Role.
it. That's what the role means. So the role or its job of enzymes. Okay, first of all, we got to know what an enzyme is. And as my lesson goes through, I'll explain it. Right? In the digestion of proteins. Proteins are what, Looney?
proteins, like meat,
Ah, nice. Carbohydrates.
bread.
Lipids.
I can. No.
Come, I'm even showing you.
What's that? Fat.
Clever girl, fats. Very nice.
Okay.
She was good. Proteins, carbohydrates, and fats. In biological term, lipids. And now you've learned a new word.
Lipids.
And how dare you
heard it
say I'm
before.
fat?
No, man. Like, the first thing you think of when you hold here. I also have it, don't worry. You're not
Never.
alone.
There's not much on you. There's more fat in a greasy chip. Right. Let's have a look. Okay. The digestive system, okay, it's composed. In other words, it's made up of the following things. Nice and simple. We start from the top and we work our way down. Always start from the top down. Right. Firstly, the mouth. When we spoke the last time you saw me, right, we spoke about those funny white things. What are they? Show me, Lily.
Teeth.
Smile. That's my girl, the teeth. Very nice. So we're looking at the teeth. Okay? And what does the teeth actually do? What does it do? Mechanical, isn't it? Okay. And then, if you have a look at it, you sitting at the table, just close your eyes and imagine this. You're sitting at the table and your mom or your dad brings in your favorite food. Your eyes are closed and you smell it. What happens in your mouth?
Watery.
I'm already getting a lot of liquid in the mouth, eh? That is saliva. And saliva is your chemicals, right? So we got salivary glands, right? Where the salivary, where all that liquid comes in, that's saliva. Okay? We're going to have a look at that. So it is. Look at the mouth with the teeth, the salivary glands, which begin the digestive process. Okay. Then, straight after that, we look at this big, funny word. Now, it's an awesome word because we always spell it wrong. Hey, Looney, do you know what that is?
Esophagus.
Esophagus, hey? It's a beautiful word.
Okay. Funny spelling.
It's a funny spelling, hey? Funny spelling. Esophagus, right? And that is joins the mouth all the way to this thing that we always say is full when we've eaten. Okay? Your stomach, very... See, I told you, Looney is going to give us everything today. Right. It connects the mouth and the stomach. Easy, simple, nothing about it. Then we come up to this thing called the stomach, right? It is where the food undergoes, in other words, does two things. Goes through both, right? Same as the mouth, mechanical in the mouth, and, of course, the saliva giving it chemicals. Stomach, the same thing. Mechanical and chemical digestion happens in the mouth. Right, so both happen in the mouth, both happen in the stomach. Okay, from there, now other things start happening. Now we're going to go into this funny thing. Okay, one is small, one is big. Now, don't let them fool you. Okay, because I'm going to show you one day, when I'm old enough. Yeah, right in front. I'm going to show you, and Looney's going to be here. I'm going to make sure she has gloves, and I'm going to throw her in the deep end, right? We're going to get all messy and dirty.
We did that last year with
we're going to do it again. We're going to cut, and we're going to get it all filthy and bloody and smelly, and love it. Good. Right. Now, don't get confused. When they say the small intestines, how small are those intestines? Long-wise.
They're long.
You do this. It's like counting. They're very long. Right? So that is the small intestines. It just means that they're nice and thin. Right? Then, in the small intestines, here we go, right? This is where digestion, where we put all more chemicals in, and it breaks down more things, right? And all the enzymes go in there. That's where everything happens. And then, in those small intestines, it gets absorbed. Do you know what absorbed is? To take.
Yeah.
You absorb the love of the food. Eh? How nice is that? Right, so it gets absorbed into the body. That's what happens in the small intestines, right? It undergoes the final step of digestion, where the majority, not all, okay? Majority of the substances are absorbed. Okay, so majority, most of the stuff. There's always a little bit that doesn't get absorbed, right? Then, lastly, we're going to have a look at the large intestines. Guess what? Large intestines, much smaller, but thicker. Okay? So it's a lot thicker, but shorter. So that's your large intestines. And the large intestines, the most important thing about the large intestines is that it sucks up this. Here it is, the water. Okay? It absorbs water and mineral salts and vitamins, all in the small intestines. Right. So, let me ask you this. Well, before we go through there. Looney, if you have a runny stomach, you know what that is, a runny stomach. Is the large intestines doing its job or not? If the large intestine absorbs water, is the large intestine doing its job if you have a runny stomach?
It is. Isn't it?
Is it sucking up all that water?
Oh, it's second. No.
No, it's leaving it there.
No.
So when you have a runny stomach, are you getting any water into your body? So what happens to you? You become
Dehydrated.
So
Yeah.
if you've got a runny stomach, make sure you still take water. It is absorbing, but not enough. It's just a little tip between us. Right. Right. So that's what happens with the large intestines. Right. Now, let's carry on and let's have a look. Nutrition. Okay. Very, very important. If we have a look at this, nutrition is defined as the sum. In other words, this is just a little thing. What we're looking at. It's this plus this plus this plus equals this. Yeah, that's a sum. Right. So we're adding up things. Okay. So it's the sum of the following processes. Very important. Ingestion. Okay. In, the main word over there is in. I'm taking something in. I'm putting it into my mouth. Yeah. Ingestion. You put it in. Okay. Then you get digestion, which is putting all the chemicals in, right? And that breaks down, and you've got the mechanicals, and they're breaking it down, and they're beating it, and they're crunching it, and they're giving horns, right? They've got that, and then they've got absorption, which is, Looney, what's absorption?
To take in.
Oh, you see, it's not the same if I don't look at it. I just take in the passion. Oh, I love it, right? Exactly. The taking in. So it takes it from the small and large intestine, and it takes it into the blood. Right. Next one, look at this. Assimilation. Ooh, assimilation is the next one. And then the last one, egestion. E for exit. Huh? One-way ticket. Out the body. Let's have a look. First one. Ingestion. The process where you take in food. So it's the process where food is taken in through the mouth. Easy, simple. Next one, digestion, right, is the process where larger molecules are broken down into smaller molecules, either by mechanical or chemical, right, process. Then, next one, absorption. There it is. Absorption is the love, eh? It's the process where molecules move through the intestinal walls, the small intestines, into the blood vessels. Okay? Into the blood vessels. Assimilation, on the other hand. Okay? Assimilation, let me just move this up here so we can get it. Assimilation, here it is what happens from the blood into the tissues and into the blood cells where we need the stuff. That's assimilation. Okay? That's not absorption. Assimilation is the process where nutrients move into and are used by the cell. That's assimilation. Now, everything that we don't need stays in the large intestines, right? Okay? And now we need to get rid of it. Otherwise, we're going to just keep it and keep it and keep it and keep it and keep it. And something's going to not be very cool. Hey, Looney? Can you imagine not getting rid of the waste products? I'd be like, that's us. Right? And I'm talking about that's my one leg. Right? Big. Right? and not going to smell very nice either. Right. So egestion means exit. It's where we get nutrients that are eliminated. The unused nutrients or the stuff we don't need get eliminated from the body, or we get rid of it through excretion. Right. Simple and it's easy. Okay. If we have a look at the next one, animal nutrition. Okay, this is very, very important. Okay, I'm going to just tell you quickly about enzymes. Let's leave the board for a few seconds and just try and listen to me. An enzyme is very important in our body, okay, because an enzyme helps break down certain things in our body. For example, protein, right? We need to break down protein. We can't just use protein. We need to break it down so we can absorb it and go through assimilation and all of that, right? So we break it through, we break it down using an enzyme, okay? It's called protease. Okay, we use protease to make it into polypeptides and then to amino acids. Okay, same as we take carbohydrates and we put it in our mouth and we break it down into a simple sugar. So your starches into a simple sugar. Okay, now that simple sugar is maltose. Okay, now if you've ever taken a piece of bread and you put it in your mouth, have you ever done it? Take a piece of bread, don't swallow it immediately, put it in your mouth and just leave it there, suck it. See how sweet it becomes. Try it. You won't
I
believe
know, but like, yeah, I know.
it. Yeah, it becomes very, very sweet. It's cool.
But very
Now,
soggy.
yes, it goes soggy. But if you think about it, that saliva contains amylase. And amylase breaks down that starch into a simple sweet sugar. Like, how cool is that? That is why it lasts longer than just taking sugar. The amylase, right? The starch in there needs to be broken down and make into a simple sugar, and it's awesome for us. It gives us all our energy, right? That's why it's so nice on the tongue. Sweet like your breads, your pastas, your all of that. It's very nice. Right. Then we've got certain processes like Gall, and it produces, what's it called? Lipase, breaks down fats into glycerol and fatty acids, and all of these lipase, amylase, protease, all of those things, the A's at the end tell you it's an enzyme. And just remember about an enzyme. An enzyme is a catalyst, right? Catalyst means it speeds up a reaction, but it doesn't get used up in the reaction. It makes the energy lower. It's actually the best thing out, because without that, we don't have the time to break that stuff down. We put in a piece of steak, and out can come a piece of steak that hasn't even been touched, if we didn't have any enzymes. Very, very important. Hey, Looney?
Mm-hmm.
I think we need a break. What do you think?
Yes, we do.
Definitely, because Looney is smoking at those ears. She's listening carefully. She knows that I'm going to catch her soon. She's waiting for it.
Oh my! Mindset is we are gonna take a break. I haven't done this in a while, so can I just please say hi to Nomti, Salbi, Tlalanat, Kolani, Mukove, Portia, Barnard, and then Lucky Ratao, Sanele, Apiwe, and Beauty. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Let's take a quick break. We'll see you straight after this. Guys, it's tough. Yeah. People forget to count down and they forget to tell you now we're on air. But anyway, guys, hope you're having fun and you know, we love the show.
That was
The
brilliant.
way you're laughing, you're like, oh, 5 seconds.
We're busy talking and then five seconds. I've never seen Looney run like that. What I've done.
Man.
What I've done is I've put a table, excuse me, a table on the board, right? And it just gives you the different breakdowns. I'm having a look, sorry,
You need
the
to drink
digestive secretions, okay, where they're produced. I'm having a look at the enzymes. I'm having a look at the functions of the enzymes and the pH. What is a pH level?
pH, it's acid.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
Yes, no, man, come on.
And what is neutral in pH level? I told you I was going to catch you out.
What is neutral? 7.
Why
No.
would you say 7? 7 neutral. That's
Is
an L.
is it 7?
Why would you be 7?
It's not, hey, is it 7? Is it? I think I remember from physical sciences back in the day when I was a scholar.
The brightness of this girl. Okay, so she knows
Yes.
that 7 is neutral. Yeah.
Yes.
So in other words, that way all the way to naught, and that way all the way to how much?
Yeah.
Well, 7 is naught.
14.
Ah, yes. On the ball.
Yeah,
Right,
no.
now, which one's acid, which one's not?
That way. No.
Pick one, pick one.
That way.
1 to 7 or 7 to 14?
Ha.
Or should I say 1 to 6 or 8 to 14?
Wait.
Which one's which? Which is...
This way.
ah,
Acid. That way, man. Is it?
which?
The stronger ones.
What-
Acid.
Oh, you see. She's clever, but
Man.
we can bend and break her.
Yeah. So that way
Is what?
is acid.
Which one? So from 6 to 14.
From this, no, man.
So from 0 to 7.
That way. Really? Oh, the bases are
From
the
7
strong.
upwards?
Yeah, and then the acids are
Very nice. The acids.
This
A
way.
and B. Well, how can you get it wrong?
Yeah.
I normally get it wrong. I'm not lying. Make sure you remember acid is from 0 to 7, and
Base.
from 7 to 14 is your base, right, or your alkaline. So now let's have a look. You must remember that your enzymes are very, 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 very particular about the pH. Okay? Certain ones work in certain places, right? So if I have a look at this, your saliva, okay, it is an enzyme. There's enzymes in the saliva. Saliva is not an enzyme. There's enzymes in the saliva, right? So where is it produced? In the mouth. Where in the mouth? In the salivary glands. Very important, right? Okay. What enzyme do they use in that? We use carbohydrates, right? Now what that does is it works on starches. So if we have a look, what does it do? Cooked starches. And it changes it into, there it is, maltase. We got it. Into maltase. And what pH does it work in? It's an alkaline. So it's between 6 and 7. Now, does that mean it's very alkaline? No, it's like right there. It's almost neutral. It likes that part of the body. Right. Now, let's have a look at the next one. We're having a look at gastric juices. Now, gastric juices are found in the stomach, right? The gastric juices are where you find them? In the stomach, the glands of the stomach, right? What does it have inside? Protease breaks down protein. So protease breaks down protein, takes proteins from proteins to peptides, okay? And it likes acidity of 3, okay? So it means it's going to kill the carbohydrates when it goes into the stomach. So when we go into the next part, into the small intestines, we need to put it back in again, right? So pancreatic juice, right? Where does it come from, right? It comes from, where's it produced? The pancreas, simple. What do we put in there? Carbohydrates and protease, protein and carbohydrates again. We're going to break down starch and proteins, easy. And it's an alkaline of 8. It's nice and strong, okay? Next one, we have intestinal juices. That's all different types of enzymes all together, right? They mix. It's like a big mixing bowl, okay? And we're going to find in the small glands in the intestines, right on the walls, okay? And it's going to have carbohydrates, it's going to have protease, and it's going to have lipase. So lipase for lipids and fats, very nice. Proteins is your polypeptides, and it's going to break it down into maltose. Okay, all of these things should be making sense nice and easy, right? Then we get to the last one. It is an alkaline, right? Those are, I needed to do that just so you could see it, okay? Now I think we need to go to a bit of questions. Hey, what do you think, Looney?
Questions.
Because at the moment she's not listening to me anymore. So
I'm
I need to
answering
start
the children of the nation.
involving her
What are you on
in
about?
this. Right. First question I have, okay, where does bile go after it leaves the liver? After it leaves the liver. Well, hold on. Whoa. Bile, liver. Okay, bile is a funny, yellowy, gooey substance. Right? Now, it gets made where? In the liver. Okay, it gets made in the liver. Where do you think you would store this? Because bile actually gets put into the small intestine so that it can actually break down more and more. It's got a lot of enzymes in it, right? So the liver makes it, stores it in this. Now, I'm going to say a name, bladder. So it's not the bladder that we get our urine in, okay? But it's a bladder.
Gallbladder.
Sorry, how much?
Gall.
Where did you come up with gallbladder?
Because you said bladder, and then it's not the bladder, it's the other bladder.
It's the, and you telling me she has no clue what's going on.
Babe.
Hey, it's the wow, Looney, you've just impressed me like you have no idea. Right, out of the blind side she comes in. Right, so it gets stored in the gallbladder just for storage. So from the gallbladder, it gets pushed to where it needs. Right, next one. Which organ? Let's go. Which organ is primarily responsible for protein digestion? Which organ is the first thing where protein is broken down. So let's see. Stick in the mouth. We chew, we chew, we chew, we chew, we chew. We add carbohydrates with our saliva, and that starts making it into a simple sugar. We swallow it and we send it into the what, Looney?
Stomach.
Stomach. What do we add in the stomach? There's a certain strong stuff that somebody asked me. I know somebody asked, who was it, that said there, are stomach ulcers found in the small intestines or in the stomach? Who was it?
That was Selby.
Sorry?
Selby.
Selby. You see, we do read your things. Right. Now, Selby, it's found in the stomach. Now, the reason why it's found in the stomach is because we have this thing called the stomach lining, okay? And because your stomach is protein, right? And this lining there stops the stuff from eating your stomach, okay? And the first thing that we add is this acid. Do you know what acid it is, Looney?
Acid that?
Well, what's a common acid that we always talk about? It's with an H.
H.
Yeah.
Hydrochloric.
Very nice.
Hey.
She's
Hey.
on the ball. Well, you've been studying. Right. We had hydrochloric acid in there. And if you start putting hydrochloric acid in your stomach, it starts burning the linings away if you don't put something in. That's why chewing gum is not actually good for you. It's not good for you. But even I still do it. Sometimes I'm cooked.
Yeah.
Hey?
Yeah.
Very slightly. Now and then. Hey, Looney.
Yes.
Okay, so
sometimes.
it starts in the stomach. Now, this hydrochloric acid starts breaking down the proteins. So where's the first place that proteins get broken down in? Let's have a look. Very easy. The stomach. Okay, it happens in the stomach, where mechanical and chemical digestion. That's why when you not feeling so good and you decide the quickest way, instead of going down, is to come up. You know what I'm talking about, Lenny?
What is that?
I said if you eat something and you're not very happy with it and you're not cool,
When you throw
the
up.
quickest way, instead of going down, it comes up, right?
Yeah.
How does your throat feel? What is that? It's a burny sensation,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
That's the hydrochloric acid from your stomach that's burning you. Can you believe it? You're actually burning? And that is why, if you look at people that are bulimic, you know what bulimic is, hey? What's bulimic?
When you throw up.
When they throw up, so
When
they
they
eat
have
the
that
food and then they throw up.
disease.
Now, what actually happens is because they're throwing up all the time, they start burning their esophagus, right? So it becomes very bad for them. It's not very good to throw up all the time. Okay, so it's not a good thing. Okay, but we'll talk about diseases, I promise you. Okay, so in the stomach, we get hydrochloric acid, and that's where protein starts breaking down. Cool. Now, the next one. Okay, the next one is, where does fat digestion begin? Fat digestion. The minute I put it in my mouth, the fat is going into my salivary glands. I can taste it onto my tongue. It's sweet. It's yummy. It clogs up the arteries, which is not a good thing, right? Is that where it starts breaking down? Does fat break down in the mouth? No. Let me put it this way. The only thing that breaks down in the mouth is what, Looney? She comes out from the blind side and she knows everything. Especially when she says that sucking on a piece of bread makes a funny thing, but it actually gives you a nice taste. And I said that you were breaking down
Saliva.
the starch.
The starch.
What breaks down in the mouth? Yeah?
Starch.
Starch, very nice. Is there anything else? No, no, not
No.
That was a I'll think
As
about it. I'll tell you
yeah,
tomorrow. It's no.
Okay.
Only starch. Okay, starch and carbohydrates. They break down in the mouth. The rest, down the esophagus, go to the stomach. That's where we're starting. Okay. Now, in the stomach, we start with proteins, right? And the proteins get broken down from the hydrochloric acid, right? From there, we open this thing called a sphincter. Do you know what a sphincter is?
I've heard that word before.
It's a beautiful word. It's a lovely word, eh?
Isn't it a...
Yeah, why do you... We have 3 sphincters. One, we have at the top of the stomach. One...
Isn't a sphincter an opening?
Almost. So we have one at the top of the stomach, one at the bottom of the stomach, and one at the anus.
It is an opening
It's
there.
an opening, but it's not the opening. A sphincter is a thing that can do this.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so what is it?
Sphincter.
What moves, opens and closes? And you can force it closed and you can force it open. What do you think it is?
Hmm?
Yeah. Looney, show me how strong you are, my girl. What do you have on each arm?
Guns.
Guns.
Sorry, I had to. What? Muscles.
Muscles. What is this thing called?
Muscle.
It's a muscle. What type of muscle?
Hey. Retract and.
No, that's, what's this?
Sphincter. Circle.
It's a round muscle.
Wow.
A sphincter is a round muscle found at the top of your stomach, bottom of your stomach, and by your anus. Right.
Okay.
We happy, Looney?
Very happy.
Good. So it's one. There's a gun on top of your stomach, one at the bottom of your stomach, and one by your
Got
anus.
guns anywhere. I should have a license.
You've got to love her. Eh? Right. Now, after you go through the stomach, you get into this funny place where we start putting lipase in. Where do we find the lipase? What does lipase do? Lipase goes for lipids, and that means it starts in the small intestines. Nice and easy. Huh? These things are easy. Okay, next one. Where does starch digestion take place? Now, Looney, please answer that for me. Where would starch digestion take place? Because I know you know. As soon as I said it, you shot out and you said, that's exactly where it is.
In the mouth.
Because it's the first place that it starts is in the mouth. Because it's the only
Yes.
place or only thing that breaks down in the mouth is your
Starch.
She's not confident when I ask her a question, but she gets the answers right. It's better than not getting the answers right. Right. So, very nice. She gets it in the mouth. Okay, that's very, very nice. Now, let's have a look at the next one. What protects the walls of the large intestines? Now, I did not tell you this. I was seeing how clever you are. What protects the walls, the inside walls of the large intestines? Come, Looney. I want you to think. In actual fact, I don't know if I should leave that for the viewers,
What's that?
because that's actually a nice question. Hey,
What?
what protects the walls of the large intestines? Protects the walls, because remember, water's being sucked in. Okay, but there's still enzymes. There's still funny things inside there, so we need to protect those walls. I think I should tell them, hey?
Yes, please, because I also want to know.
Okay, it's a mucus.
Oh.
You know, like you get with leaves where they want to stop evaporation and all of that, and they put that waxy layer on the top, right? Okay, now it's similar to that. What it is, it's a mucus that lines the stomach, the large intestines, and it protects it. Okay, so there's a mucus that protects it, which is very, very important. Okay, there is a mucus that protects the large intestines. Okay, very nice. Looney, you with me, girl?
Yes.
Very nice. I'm going to bring this one up as soon as I can get there. Right. Here we go. Where does bile act? Where does bile act? In other words, where would you find bile? Where would it go to? Let's check this. Where does bile act? On stage, in a theater, in front of a whole crowd. Hey, Looney, that's how you act.
No.
Looney's not happy with the way I'm toy teaching today.
In your intestines.
In your intestines. You reckon it's in your intestines? It's in your duodenum.
Small intestine is still an intestine.
It's right.
Yes.
Duodenum is the beginning part of the intestine, right? You get the duodenum, the duodenum, and the
I don't know that one.
ileum. Right, it's ileum, hey? Tell me what the last one is. Is it an ileum? I want to know if it's an ileum. Give me the three
Ileum.
names of the small intestine. One is duodenum, one is duodenum. I'm looking for the last one. Let's see what you guys can come up with. Right, this is nice, simple, and easy. Now, you'll notice that all the questions are all round about the same thing. Right, but it's because this is actually a very simple thing. You've got to know your stuff very well. They'll ask it in different ways all the time. So let's see if we can ask it in a different way again. Okay, name the acid found in the stomach. Name the acid found in the stomach. Okay, here we go. I'm not even going to underline anymore. It is hydrochloric acid. Nice, easy, simple. Hey, Looney? Okay, next one. Name the substance absorbed by the large intestines. What is absorbed by the large intestines? It is water, mineral salts, and starts with a V.
Hey?
Yeah. Water, mineral salts, starts with a V.
B.
With a V.
Ah.
Yeah. You get A, B, C, D, E.
Vitamins.
Clever girl. Yeah, we're starting to go down the hole. I don't know if you get a Z. You do, zinc.
Zinc.
See, X.
Uh-uh.
I can't find it. Right. So water, mineral salts, and vitamins. Very, very, very important. Next one. What is the end product of fat digestion? Okay. The end product. We break down lipids into fatty acids, which are glycerol. Okay, glycerol. Very nice. They're nice and simple. Are you guys getting this? You should be getting this. It should be very easy at the moment. Okay, next one. Come on. Move. There we go. How is roughage broken down? Here we go. This is a good one. I'm going to do this is our last one before I think we go for a break, right? So let's look at this. How is roughage broken down in the large intestines? Okay, what is roughage? Looney, what is roughage?
Roughage is like fiber.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so what is fiber? What do you think it is?
Ooh.
Try. What do you have to lose?
Roughage, man.
Oh, roughage. What is roughage? What, if you could explain it to me, what would you think it is? Come, try. What do you have? It's plant material, isn't it? It's rough stuff. What does roughage actually do? Can you? You gotta love it.
Yeah. That's what, yeah.
I love coming here because that does it for me. It's.
Yeah, it helps. Yeah, it helps with your digestion.
How? Cleans out, huh?
Yeah.
Cleans out. Now, when it gets to the large intestines, we need to start breaking the stuff down, which is very important. So what we have in our large intestines is we have bacteria that actually break down this plant material. Remember, it's a plant material that we're eating, right? It's a plant material that we need to break down, and the breaking down of it is very, very important. Okay, so if we have a look at it, bacteria breaks down the undigestible plant material. That's the roughage. Right. Now that I've got Looney relaxed, I'll see you after the break.
Okay. Shout out to Timan Shandlali, who's watching for the first time. Thank you so much for tuning in. And then Setu, as I was saying, I'm going to say his name because he's watching with his family. Hi, Setu. Is it a he? Yes, it looks like a he. Hi, Setu.
Hi,
Thanks for
Setu.
tuning in. Guys, let's take a very quick break. I'll see you straight after this. Hi, welcome back, guys, from the break. Congratulations to Cecil.
That's
Cecil. You have on yourself a calculator. It has over 254 functions, previous answer memory, auto power off, and everything else. Your first choice brand, Casio. You've on yourself this awesome calculator. Yay! Yeah, guys, if you want to be like Cecil, yeah, no, I won't tell you about Cecil, but Cecil. You buy yourself this calculator. Guys, if you want to be like Cecil, all you need to do is enter the Taste Yourself competition. The link is on our Facebook page, so you have no excuse. You have until Friday, so you can watch Wednesday, Thursday, you can chill Friday. Before 12, you can enter. See, you have time. Yeah.
You notice how she read that? She didn't even memorize it. She read it. Auto power off.
But, like, it's not like I own the
It's
calculator.
a beautiful calculator.
Yes, an amazing calculator, actually.
Right, now, before we start, well, not before we started, when we started, I gave you personally, right? I gave you a challenge question. And the challenge question went as follows. It says, describe the roll, that stuff that you eat with as a hot dog. Yes, Looney?
Roll.
Yes, I'm right.
The
huh?
roll.
It is, describe the job, in other words, the job of enzymes in the digestive of protein, carbohydrates, lipids in humans. So you had to describe it. Now, Looney, I know that you've been on that computer and going crazy. Has anybody come up with anything for me?
You. I can check for you. Give me 2 seconds.
I
You
know
can
she
talk so
can.
long.
That's why. Well, let me have a look. I must talk so long. So,
Yes. Yeah, a lot of people actually.
a lot of people. Okay, let's hear. Pick one.
Huh? Okay, this is from Princess. The enzymes are responsible for hydrolysis during digestion of the 3 broad categories based on the organic compound being hydrolyzed. The enzymes are
Protease.
yes, lipases and
Lipase.
yes, and carbohydrates.
Carbohydrates. Yes.
Yes, that's all she said.
Nice. That's
Do you want
very
another
good.
one?
But now, what is hydrolyze?
Hydrolyze. What?
Trying to think now what hydrolyzation is.
Do you want another question?
Yes, let me hear. Go. These guys are good.
Why are you quiet? I was wondering what's going on with you.
Well, I was quiet because I was trying to tell them that I actually know what that means. I was just hoping
Oh.
that you would actually go, what is it? But she's not interested.
I did. I said.
What did you say?
I asked you what?
It's the breaking down using water.
I knew it had something to do with water.
Why water?
Cause hydro.
Why? Hydro. She is fantastic. Let's carry on.
Hey, enzymes. This is banal. Enzymes speed up the reactions. They are catalysts, so they help in breaking down these substances.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yo, this one is a long
Go,
one.
go. You see, you must understand that people have different views. Now, what I'm trying to get here is Princess had this where hydrolyzed, and we're talking about protease and lipase and carbohydrates and all of those things. Now, who was the next one you read out?
Banel.
Sorry?
Banele.
Manele.
Ba-
Banele.
Yes.
Okay, Banele told us about what an enzyme actually is, and it's a catalyst, and it doesn't take part, and it speeds up a reaction. We need both of those together to make the answer. What else?
This is from Yusuf. Emulsification is a process by which you mix 2 liquids that normally do not mix well together. Emulsification of fats allows you to mix them with water-based substances, which has important implications for cooking and for digestion. To emulsify fats, you need substances such as bile salts or other compounds that help connect the fat and water. Or you can simply say breakdown of large globule fats into smaller fats droplets. So fats that have undergone this process are referred to as emulsified fats.
It's not too bad. You just gone into too much detail with the fats now. Okay, it was a very, very simple question. Okay, anybody else?
The enzymes like carbohydrates break carbohydrates into glucose. Protease, is that how you say it?
Yeah, protease.
Yeah, breaks protein to amino acids.
Nice, nice. So let's have a look at what I've got for you. Right, it's very, very simple. Okay, what I've done here, you've got to mention these things. These are very important. Firstly, okay, protease, also known as trypsin, also known as pepsin, right? You are never gonna know troption, whatever. I cannot say it anymore, right? That one, and other named protease digests protein. So all of it is, we need to know protease digests protein. Same as Princess said. Right, okay. Then it breaks down proteins into polypeptides and dipeptides, and then into amino acids. Very important. Right, that's the first thing. Then we have a look at the next one. Lipase. Remember, the A's means it's an enzyme. Lipase breaks down lipids, or what is another word for lipids?
Fats.
Good girl. Into glycerol, and which is fatty acids. So it breaks lipids into fatty acids. Then they look at amylase, which digests polysaccharides. Poly meaning lots. Saccharides, the type of bond it is, right? So polysaccharides into disaccharides and monosaccharides. So in other words, that is your carbohydrates, right? Okay, so your maltase is your carbohydrates. Same thing, it breaks down starch and all of that, right? And it breaks it down into polysaccharides, is a big chain. A disaccharide has got 2 chains, and monosaccharides have got 1 chain. It breaks it to make it simpler. Right. Then we've got, what does an enzyme actually do? Okay, first of all, it speeds up a reaction, right? It's catalyzing reaction, or it increases the efficiency. You use less energy, right, to do it. So that's the whole point of it. It catalyzes it, right? It increases the efficiency, so you don't use as much energy. Because the more energy you use, the more heat you use. And protein, because that's what an enzyme is, it's a protein, it'll break down if it's too hot, okay? Or it speeds up, catalyzes, or increases the efficiency, right? And the next one lowers the activation energy. In other words, needs less energy, same as I was saying, right? Needs less energy, or energy is required for digestion reaction to occur. It doesn't need as much energy, okay? If we didn't have the energy or the enzymes, we would always be tired to break down food, right? To break down protein, it's so difficult that we'd always be tired to get our food into our body. So it would be pointless. We wouldn't be able to do anything else, right? That's it. Then it occurs at body temperature. It's got to be at our body temperature. Here's a question. Let me know quickly. What is body temperature?
What temperature?
What's the temperature of the body temperature? Yeah. What is our body temperature?
30 something.
30 something. Do you know if you're 1 degree out or 1 degree lower or 1 degree higher, it's very dangerous.
Yes.
Help her out.
Is it 30 something?
It is 30 something, but the 30 something
36.
is the difference between 36 and 37 could almost kill us.
Is it 36?
I don't know. Help her out.
No, man.
Don't guess. No one likes guessing. You've got to have facts straight. Right. Okay? Then it requires an optimum pH level. pH meaning how acid or basic it is. Right. Next thing. Enzymes are specific. Enzymes are specific. Do you think that lipase is going to break down a protein? Hey, Looney? Will lipase break down a protein?
Fats. Break down a protein.
Will the lipase, which is the enzyme that breaks down fats, break down a protein? That's like saying that the wing in soccer, right? You know soccer? The wing in soccer is going to play wing, or the wing in Bafana Bafana is going to be the wing in rugby. It's not going to be the same, right?
It's 37.
37.
I was close enough.
1 degree. That's bad, right? Everybody has its own. Enzymes have a specific job. They work on a specific place, right? So enzymes have specific people they work on, or things they work on, people they work on. It'll be a long day. Next one. Digestive enzymes carry out hydrolytic processes, breaking down something with water. So, have you noticed how I took things from everybody else and put it together to make a very good answer for you? Okay, now that is the questions. I have got more questions on. So there's not just the one that you've got to try and get the Casio for, right? There's more questions, so download these notes. I've skipped a couple for you so that you've got something to work with, right? Because I want to always make sure that you've got a little bit extra so that you can learn from. Right, now, Looney, who's got a problem? Give me a question.
You're about the time. Where do enzymes come from?
Enzymes come from, they get made in specific places, right? They're different places. For example, you will notice that, or you will learn next year about the pituitary gland. And the pituitary gland secretes luteinizing hormone and follicle stimulating hormone. You look at the thyroid gland, it produces thyroxine, which is a hormone, right? And all of those things, all of those things are hormones, right? They all get made at specific places. Okay, now when it comes to enzymes, they also get made at a certain place, like the liver, right? Don't forget the liver, it makes bile, stored in the gallbladder. Right, I will see you next week.
I'm looking at the time. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Until next time, bye.